Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about iOS 13.2.2. I know it's been up for about a week now and I just wanted to give you my thoughts about what's new and how it's been for me so far. So let's just get into it. Let's just quickly check the build number here. Software version is 13.2.2. You just click on that, obviously 17B102. Now in this build was quite a big fix that they actually fixed. Obviously it was to do with quitting apps in the background or RAM management. Basically what was happening before this build is that what I noticed personally was that on the native apps, you know, like Apple TV or kind of App Store or whatever, so the native Google apps will performing fine in the background. When you used to open them up, they used to load from where they were. The only issue that I found was that the third-party apps like YouTube or Twitter or something like that were having issues when they were operating in the background. So when you actually clicked on them, when you wanted to kind of multitask view like this and you clicked on a third-party app, it would reload the actual app itself. It wouldn't pick up from where you left it off. It would actually reload again. And I personally think this update is to actually fix third-party apps. That's my personal opinion, and I think that's what it's, and that's definitely done that now. So if you actually go into the multitask window, you can actually click on the YouTube itself, and it's not refreshing the page anymore, whereas it was before this app for this update, and now it's just obviously picking up where you left off. Now that was obviously a major issue, obviously going back and something reloading again, and picking up where you were before. Whereas now you can just go back into the management multitasking view and click on an app, and it's there from where you left off. And that was obviously a big fix for this update. So that fixes that issue now. And the other issue in this build was also to do with encrypted Exchange accounts in your Mail app. Before, what was happening is that, especially probably with maybe like kind of Outlook or something, or even the Mail app that's on the iPad itself, items were not being shown up when you used to open the app. So you used to probably get mail or something, and this was not showing up in there. Now to do with encrypted Exchange accounts, that has been resolved now. So when you go into your Mail account, everything will be shown up there. Me personally, I don't use the email account, so I can't verify if that was if it was happening before or not, but that should be if you're using it, that should be fixed for you now. Also in this build, they've actually fixed single sign-on service for Safari. So when you used to open the Safari app and you go into the system, it's actually fixed that now. So when you actually single sign-on, it actually remembers your details and you can sign in via Safari. The other two issues that they fixed are most to do with the mobile phone. When you sometimes used to with the iPhone, when you end a call, the signal used to be gone. So when you used to end a call, put down the phone, hang up the phone, the signal at the signal bars used to just disappear. Now that's been fixed now in this issue. Also another issue that's been fixed for mobile phones on for iPhones is that when you used to go from Wi-Fi to data, so you used to turn off the Wi-Fi signal and move over to your mobile data, the actual issue was before this update happened was it wasn't loading anything. It used to say no signal found or no data found on the actual iPhone itself. So you could be switching on from use it from your home to going out somewhere. You switch to mobile data, it wouldn't load anything at all. Now that's been resolved now. So when you switch from Wi-Fi to mobile data, it just works seamlessly as it did before. Generally, the actual updates for me has been fine. I've had no issues with it at all. There's been no crashes for me so far. Obviously, the app's open up fine. It works really well. It just goes to show again how good Apple is at pushing updates out quite quickly. This obviously is a year-old device, and they're still pushing updates out. Obviously, it's not perfect still, and they're still trying to make it perfect. But again, I can't fault Apple whatsoever on that, and they're generally good at pushing updates out. So for me, this update's been fine for me. The battery life's been fine. Apps have been fine. Again, especially the RAM management that's been fixed. That's been brilliant. If you haven't updated to this update, do update to it. It obviously fix the RAM issue and any other issues that in this build. As for kind of new features, no, obviously there's no new features or anything like that. So it's been, it's just purely those bug fixes that I've said before that have been fixed, and that's about it for this video. Thank you once again for watching me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. It would help me out a lot. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. In the comment section, if there's anything else you want to see about the actual update or anything else about iPad Pro or iPad OS in general, let me know in the comments. If you've updated to this up to this build, let me know in the comments how it's been for you, and I'll see you in the next one.